Hello beautiful people, if you're new here, my name is Shisom Anidebe, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back always to watch my videos. I'm so grateful. In today's video, I'll be answering some questions concerning breastfeeding. Let's get right into answering the question. The first question I'll be answering is, when are you planning on stopping breastfeeding? At 6 months or 1 year? I can't stop breastfeeding my child at 6 months. So a year and 1 year on the dot, I know. A year and some months. Let's say a year and 2 months, a year and 3 months. I don't know, but it's definitely going to be a year and some months. The second question I'll be answering is, do breasts ever look the same after breastfeeding? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I developed big boobs while I was pregnant, but after I delivered, it kind of increased a little bit at the first week, second week, but from the third week after I delivered, it reduced, but it definitely wasn't looking the same. Sometimes I have sore nipples from breastfeeding. I have cracked nipples. When my baby decided to turn my nipple topomo and chew it, so but it definitely doesn't look the same after or while breastfeeding. The third question, does it hurt sometimes? Yes, breastfeeding hurts sometimes. There are times you'll breastfeed through the night and your baby is crying. You have to breastfeed him or her, but your nipples are hurting, like your nipples are sore, they are cracked from probably you might have chewed on them, so it hurts sometimes. Fourth question, the first attempt at breastfeeding, how do you know he's getting enough? When your child is satisfied, he will remove his mouth from the nipples, he would stop sucking, so that's how you're going to know he has had enough, he's satisfied. The fifth question, do you think breastfeeding bonds you closer with your baby? Yes, I think breastfeeding bonds you closer with your baby. Maybe it's a month and some weeks. He knows when I'm closer. When he's crying, his daddy carries him. Probably I'm doing something in the kitchen. When I come closer to him, he knows that I'm close. The best way they carry food, don't come here. So it definitely bonds you with your baby. The sixth question, do you think breastfeeding makes your boobs sore? It definitely does make your boobs sore. Seventh question, was it hard for you in the beginning of your breastfeeding journey? Yes, it was hard because you don't even know when baby is full, crying, you are breastfeeding, is still crying, you don't know what's wrong, but you feel baby is hungry, so it was hard at the first stage, but we're getting the hang of it now. The eighth question, what advice would you give future moms who plan to breastfeed their babies? Eat well. Me that is telling you this, I don't eat enough. I'm not the kind of person that eats too much, but I like food. I don't know if it makes sense, but I like food, but I don't eat much. My mom will always say, another if you're breastfeeding, you don't have to count how many times you eat. Then you feel like milk is like reducing, try drinking enough water, eat enough, because you're feeding 2 persons. Yeah, and breastfeeding is demand and supply. In as much as you're putting breast in your baby's mouth, milk will still come out, but it will not be enough for your baby. So try to eat as much, not too much to get too fat, but know that you're eating enough that will be able to sustain you and your baby, because breastfeeding takes a lot from you. There are times at the initial stage, there are times I will finish breastfeeding and my eye will start running because maybe I ate just a little bit, or I wasn't hungry, or the food I was eating wasn't enough for me, or I felt I was okay. Well, I definitely wasn't okay. Well, to me, I was okay. Yeah, so there are times you'll finish breastfeeding and your eye will just start turning. So just eat enough, drink enough of water, and rest. But there's no way your breast milk will just dry up when it's not that you stopped your child from breastfeeding. It won't just dry up. The only thing I would say is the milk supply is going to reduce. So drink a lot of water, rest. I don't rest though. Me telling you this thing, but just so you know, I rest when I can. Yeah, rest, eat enough. 9th question, do you think breastfeeding can make being a first-time mom difficult to get used to? Do what works for you best. But what our advice is, try as much as possible to breastfeed your child for 6 months. Even if you can't do the 1 year, try as much as possible. There are different varieties now. You can pump if you're a working class mom, but yeah, there are some children that are cranky and it's kind of like hard. It becomes so hard, so overwhelming to like, they're always crying. You don't know what it is, so it can be a lot. Yeah, it can be a lot as a breastfeeding mom, but with time you get used to it. With time you just be good at it. That's just it. At the initial stage it might seem like a lot of work to get used to, but certainly, definitely, you get the hang of it. The 10th question, are you afraid of how your breast will look after breastfeeding? One, I'm not afraid. I knew what I was getting into before I got pregnant in the first place, so I'm not. I know it's not going to remain like this forever, so there's nothing like being afraid of how it's going to look. I'm not afraid. 11th question, what advice would you give first-time moms about fear of having loose skin afterwards? There's definitely no way you would not have loose skin. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing you should be afraid of. In as much as you take care of yourself during postpartum, your body will definitely go back to the way it was. Yeah, definitely. The only part of your body that might not go back to the way it was is your breast. But your stomach, in as much as you have a flat tummy before you got pregnant, there is every possibility your tummy will go back to the way it was if you take proper care. My stomach, as of now, is 95% back to the way it was. I've never had flat tummy, so I can't boast of having a flat tummy even before. I have never had a flat tummy, so I was not even expecting that, okay, after delivering, magic will happen and I'll have a flat tummy. No. But my stomach, or my tummy, rather, anyone, has gone back to the way it was before I got pregnant. The way it was before I got pregnant. No extra skin. That was because my mom made sure that it went back. It can be painful, but you have to do it because you want your body back. You don't have to lose yourself in the process of giving another person life. Yeah, it might sound selfish, but you don't have to lose yourself, lose your self-confidence just because you want to be a mom. Try to take care of yourself too. Look good for your husband and for yourself too. Yeah. So you have, if you're a Nigerian, you should know that as far as you're Nigerian, your mom is going to press your belly to make you go back to the way it was. Yeah, so definitely it will go back unless you do not do the necessary work. And also try to do some exercises. It's going to go back. Everything, it might not go back at once. I know most people are expecting that faster result. It's not possible. Your body took 9 months to get here, and you want to lose all those belly fat, all those excess skin on that 1 month. How? It's not possible. You're just going to put yourself through too much stress. That's just it. Your body took 9 good months to get to the stage it is. And some people want to lose pregnancy belly, lose everything, all the places that are added. You want to lose all the fats under 1 month. It's not possible. Give your body time and it will heal and go back to the way it was. That's what I'm going to say concerning this question. The 12th question, how do you get your milk supply to stay consistent? How do I get my milk supply to stay consistent? Most mornings, when I feel like my milk supply is down, I drink pap every morning that I feel my milk supply is down. I drink pap with milk. I take it morning, sometimes I take it at night. If I don't drink pap in the morning, I will drink tea. And when I mean drinking tea, I make sure the tea is thick. That's beverages. I mix the Milo, I mix the milk to be thick, not the water, like very, very thick. So that's those two things, and I eat. I'm not, like I said earlier, I won't say I eat a lot, but I try my best to eat enough. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And drink water. Drink water is going to help with your milk supply. So these are things I do help my milk supply stay consistent. The 13th question, which is going to be the last question for this video. If at this point you've not liked, please like, please comment what part of the video you liked, what would you want to add to what I said. Turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video, and please subscribe to join the family. And since you've been breastfeeding, have there been any obstacle or challenges? There have not been any obstacle, there have not been any challenges. Like I said earlier, the initial stage was so stressful for me, but right now I think I've mastered it. I've mastered the art of breastfeeding. Let's just put it that way. So there have not been any obstacle or challenges so far, and I don't wish for there to be any. So we've come to the end of this video. Please like, please comment, subscribe if you're not, and if you're new, welcome to the family, and I'll see you in my next video.